Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I am Skylar James, and today we're going to be finding out if we can ever travel again. And if we can, what are the travel trends going to look like in 2021 and in a post-COVID era? In this video, I'm going to go over the 7 biggest changes to travel that we're going to see in 2021 and beyond. I don't know if you guys have thought about what travel is going to look like in the future. I certainly have, but I have great reason to. 1, I love to travel, and 2, I'm the CEO of a travel-based company in the Pacific Northwest. Right now, there is a ton of pent-up demand. Booking.com did a survey and found that 65% of respondents are excited to travel again, and 61% have a new appreciation for travel. Look, I take about 8 to 10 trips a year. About half of those are domestically in the US or North America, the other half are international. So I can honestly tell you that I'm very excited to travel again, as well as having a new appreciation for travel. So the big questions are, how quickly will the world get back to traveling? And how are things going to look different once we actually do? Now, some people believe that travel will never return to normal and that we're going to continue to travel virtually, like this guy here. Well, I don't think so. 2021 will be a year for many of us to ease back into travel. And then, I think once we've reached herd immunity, the proverbial travel floodgates will blow wide open. So here are the 7 top travel trends to expect in 2021 and beyond. Number 1, Vaccications. Number 2, road trips. Number 3, RV travel. Number 4, Staycations. Number 5, nature trips. Number 6, Dreamcations. Number 7, maxed out motels. Okay, let's start with Vaccications, the first one. This is a new word that entered the dictionary in 2021. It's basically where someone travels to a different location specifically so they can get a vaccine. This is done because states and countries have differing rules on who gets a vaccine and when they get to get it. Now, is this a moral thing to do? I think that's debatable. Leave your comments down below. The second trend is road trips. Okay, this was already a trend last year. We saw it plenty in 2020. I knew a lot of people who were hitting the road. Now expect this trend to continue into the foreseeable future. People are going to be taking a lot more road trips. RV travel. This is very similar to road trips. It just offers you more choice where you get to go and where you're going to stay. This was very popular in 2020, and expect that popularity to continue as we go into 2021 and further into the future. And the fourth one on our list was Staycations. Okay, this doesn't sound like travel, but what people are doing is they're actually staying local and they're shopping more. The term is called hyper-local tourism. We will actually continue to see a lot of that as people don't want to venture very far away from their homes. And the fifth one is nature trips. Well, many national parks hit attendance records in 2020. Expect this to continue in 2021 and beyond. It's generally accepted that catching coronavirus is harder outdoors. People feel safer in national parks. So expect them to be making more trips to outdoor destinations. Okay, the sixth one on our list is Dreamcations. So again, this is a combination of 2 words. It's dream, vacation. With all the pent-up demand and all the stimulus checks that came out in 2020, people have some extra dough to drop on dream vacations. They've also had a lot of time to sit around and dream about, once they can get back to travel, what they're going to be able to do. In the first stimulus, a family of 4 was able to get $3,400 in stimulus checks. In the second round, they were able to get $2,400. And on to the 7th one. Okay, hotel, motel, holiday inn. Okay, that was a horrible throwback to Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang. I'm obviously not a very good singer or a very good rapper, but if you haven't heard that song, definitely check it out. It's great. Motels are actually going to do really well this year because they tend to be smaller properties and they're closer to nature-related travel destinations like national parks. And if you don't have to interact with the front desk to go to your room, that's an added bonus like you would in a traditional hotel. So you can see from this list, the travel industry is going through tremendous change. And while many questions remain about the future of travel, rest assured that one day we will be traveling again. I'll leave you with a couple of questions. Feel free to let me know in the comments below. When do you plan to start traveling again? And do you plan to travel using one of these trends this year? And now for the practical and actionable information promised in this channel. So if you plan to travel outdoor destinations, expect them to be very, very busy this year. Try to travel to those locations on a shoulder season, aka not their peak season. Another tip would be if you want to stay in budget accommodations like motels, campgrounds, RV parks, you will want to book well in advance because they are already seeing record attendance bookings. So you'll want to get on that as soon as possible. Another one would be destinations near outdoor attractions will be very busy. So if you're looking to make some financial investments, buy some stocks, a couple suggestions to look at would be RV manufacturers or those that are renting RVs, as well as RV parks. So they're going to do really well this year. Since motels will have strong occupancy rates, you're going to want to look at what investments would have strong exposure to hotels and motels. So there's an investment class called REITs. They are real estate investment trusts. Real estate investment trusts run the gamut across all different types of commercial properties. What you would want to look for are commercial properties that have high exposure to hotel and motel hospitality sector. That would be the REITs that you could invest in for this year and for probably 2020 because they will have some really strong cash flow numbers. Hopefully this video provided you some value. If it did, please leave a comment, subscribe, or hit that like button. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.